Hello, everyone. So, one thing interesting is the Lazarus Effect is coming upon us. Lazarus Effect is a movie that is coming out tomorrow, or it's already out. Hopefully, I'll have this up in the time of release. So, here's just the idea that we got here that many people are thinking about, which I kind of put some thought into it, and there's the one speed bump that no one really cares about, and of course, Lazarus Effect right here actually just found a speed bump too. So, Futurama, along with Lazarus Effect, basically tried the whole idea of, well, technically, what the Lazarus Effect does is try to resurrect the dead. While when it comes to cryogenics, what they're trying to do is freeze themselves so they're able to live. They're able to live in the future without aging one bit. But here is the messed up flaw within both of them. The messed up flaw is that you have something called a soul slash a spirit. And with that, if you die, which with Lazarus Effect you're dead, with cryogenics, you basically freeze yourself to death. And then you hope that you're able to actually, yeah. So it's kind of like, but of course, I bet there's some way to actually argue about cryogenics. The fact that they freeze you to the point of where you're still alive, but you're not aging, which, yeah, that's going to take more thought. But with Lazarus Effect, your spirit, your soul is gone. It's gone. You can't reach it. The only way how you can get it is somehow you have some spiritual device that slams the soul back into the body, which actually is really how you can resurrect your whoever you're trying to resurrect. But of course, you have to know that the body has to also be within working range. So if they died because they lost massive blood, then you're going to have to patch up the massive blood, get them enough blood so their body can still pump, and then slam the soul back in there, and ta-da, now they're alive. Yeah. But the whole just injecting a person with the serum to bring them back to life, that doesn't work. They're gone. Yeah, what you're doing now is just making it so that now you just have a motionless body. The fact that you have a body that doesn't have a spirit slash soul anymore. So that means whatever made the person them, it's not really there anymore. I mean, given they do have the mindset and everything of what they were like, but they are kind of heartless now. One example is what one season of Supernatural did. The fact that Sam didn't have his soul inside of him. He didn't have his spirit. And because of that, there are some things that were very, very heartless and sad that he kind of did, which was kind of like, yeah, so, yeah. Basically, you have that. And with that, it's really messed up. It really is. It's not that good at all. So, yeah. Basically, you'll just have a body. You technically will just have an animal now. That's what you really have, is an animal. Someone who is able to think and everything, and most likely maybe have something, but the thing is that they're not really that person. Meaning that they're, yeah, because, humans is the highest intelligence. That means that they can actually think things out without allowing their emotions to get the best of them, and they can actually be very cruel along with very, very heartless. Yeah, like for instance, yeah, it's really hard to come up on the spot with a situation, but just believe me, it's not good when you have someone that doesn't have a soul slash spirit inside of them. Not only that, but it just opens the fact that something can come within that body. Something can actually come in there and inhabit it, which is basically what happened with Lazarus Effect. As for cryogenics basically for right now, I'm going to go with this one, even though it's kind of flawed now, thinking about it, is that cryogenics, what happens is the fact that you freeze to a point of where you're able to survive, or your body's able to survive, but it's not really living. I think technically the person's already dead. That's like the thing that I think most likely will happen, is that the technology is not there yet where we're going to have someone who can actually be quote unquote freeze to a distant future. And plus, besides, everyone who actually does have a religion will have a head honcho guy who says, "Oh, hell no," and he kills you right on the spot. Either that, or he makes it so that it doesn't work. Yeah, that's basically it. Um, let's see. But technically, for right now, I think the cryogenics is not really at the point of that. So that means that you can actually freeze to death, and there you go, you're dead. Yeah, your soul's gone, you're dead. You tried your best to skip, but you couldn't do it. Of course, for anyone who actually knows how to actually skip into the future, it's easy. All you have to do is get a rocket or some ship of some sort and just rocket away a few quote unquote light years, I guess, or some miles away from Earth. Yeah, so basically for you, it's going to take some years. And, well, it takes you some years, which it's not going to be years to you. You know, technically, it takes some years. Years are going to go by on Earth while you are still young in the same age. So when you do like a little short distance coming from Earth and then come back to Earth, you are able to actually speed up the process. And there you go. You actually did what you wanted to do. But it's really unknown. I guess one way to actually do it is make sure you have a solar powered spaceship to be able to actually go even further in time to make sure you actually can maybe even skip a century or even a millennia, which you'll need a very powerful power source, or it's just the fact that you used a limited amount of gas, and there you go. So that's what basically is going on. Yeah. So that's really the thing of how you actually can speed through to a certain point. As for going back in time, it's really unknown on that part. Yeah, it's unknown for right now how you can actually do that. So yeah. And no, it's not the idea of you could just take that same rocket ship and go backwards in a rotation of Earth. And you most likely will go back in time. No, that's not tested. And chances are it's basically stupid. It's like basically stupid. That's exactly what Superman does. But it's just comic book logic. It's not really tested. And chances are it most likely didn't help at all. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, be careful when you do the Lazarus Effect or Lazarus drug, along with doing cryogenics, because either way, you'll end up dead. You'll be up there in the place that you believe in, and basically your body will most likely be like a total zombie. Yeah, most likely it'll be a total zombie or just nothing but a dead, yeah, a dead piece of meat. Frozen, no, frozen popsicle. So, yeah. Thank you for listening, and I am going to go. So, if you're going to watch Lazarus Effect, good luck. Don't get a nightmare, and I hope you go with someone so you can hold them. And that's for a guy, you need to man up and not be scared. uh, have a good weekend.